Fallout continues today over the Trump administration's decision to strike Iran's nuclear program. The administration reported they caused monumental damage.
But this morning, questions are being raised over how much damage was actually done and if or when Iran may retaliate. Let's get to Eyewitness News reporter Jaysha Patel joining us in the newsroom with the latest this morning. Good morning, Jaysha.
Good morning, Pedro and Michelle. Well, President Trump has said there will be peace or more attacks. And now the Department of Homeland Security is warning Americans of heightened threats here in the United States. This morning, the Department of Homeland Security warning of a heightened threat environment in the United States following the attack against Iran's nuclear facilities over the weekend. In a bulletin issued just after Israel began attacks on Iran, the Department of Homeland Security warns that low-level cyber attacks against U.S. networks are likely. ABC's Pierre Thomas on This Week.
The networks mentioned involve U.S. infrastructure, the energy sector, the electrical grid, financial sector. The bulletin urged infrastructure officials to immediately assess their security to make sure their defenses were strong enough to block any malicious activity by Iran.
Concerns are also growing about the Strait of Hormuz, a crucial global shipping lane for oil, with Iran threatening to block shipping. New video this morning shows the moment the U.S. struck one of 3 key nuclear sites in Iran. Explosions heard in the distance as a fireball lights up the night sky. On Saturday, about a dozen B-2 bombers took off from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri for Operation Midnight Hammer. Nearly half of the aircrafts were considered a decoy group, heading west towards Guam with trackable movements. A short time later, another group, flying in secret, took off in the opposite direction, heading to Iran. The planes dropping 14 massive ordnance penetrator bombs, capable of penetrating deep underground. The fallout of the strike raising questions of what happens next.
No, we're not at war with Iran, John. We're at war with Iran's nuclear program. We want Iran to give up their nuclear weapons program peacefully.
President Trump now appearing to entertain the idea of a regime change in Iran, posting on social media, if the current Iranian regime is unable to make Iran great again, why wouldn't there be a regime change? And today, the president is scheduled to meet with his national security team in the Oval Office. And here at home, the NYPD is deploying additional resources to religious, cultural, and diplomatic sites across the city as they continue to monitor what's happening in the Middle East. Michelle, Pedro.